Tired of bikes that break down more than your last situationship? You're not alone. Today, we're counting down the 12 most reliable motorcycles of all time. The ones that just won't quit, no matter how hard you ride, drop, or emotionally neglect them. These are the motorcycles that keep going when your will to an adult doesn't. No drama, no tantrums, just good old mechanical loyalty. So buckle that helmet, because we're diving into a list of bikes that are more committed than half the people on Tinder. 12. Suzuki SV650. Meet the Suzuki SV650, the motorcycle equivalent of that friend who shows up early, brings snacks, and still somehow ends up leading the conga line at 2 a.m. It's reliable, humble, and way more fun than it has any right to be. Since its debut in 1999, Suzuki basically said, "Yeah, we nailed it," and barely touched it. And honestly, why mess with perfection? The SV650's 645 cubic centimeter V-twin engine is smooth, torquey, and built like a cockroach in a leather jacket. It just won't die. Need cheap parts? Easy. Need a fun ride for both newbies and veterans? Double check. This bike has a fan base more loyal than a golden retriever with separation anxiety. It's not flashy, but don't let that fool you. It handles like a dream, eats up miles, and can outlive a Netflix subscription. For many riders, the SV650 isn't just reliable, it's the one that never breaks your heart. Love dependable rides? Hit like and subscribe for more two-wheeled legends and riding wisdom. 11. Yamaha V-Star 250. The Yamaha V-Star 250 is like that super chill yoga instructor who drinks green tea, rescues stray cats, and has never once yelled, even in traffic. It's laid back, unintimidating, and quietly dependable in a way that makes you wonder if it's actually powered by inner peace. Sure, it's not a speed demon. Going 0 to 60 might take a bit longer than you'd like, but it'll do it with grace and never complain, even if you forgot to check the oil. Again, this little cruiser is lightweight, beginner-friendly, and has the heart of a samurai wrapped in chrome. Yamaha engineered this thing with simplicity and discipline, and it shows in every mile it munches down without drama. Best part? It sips fuel like it's at a wine tasting, classy and economical. If you're looking for a fuss-free partner for the long haul, the V-Star 250 won't ghost you. 10. Kawasaki KLR 650. If Mad Max had a budget and a sense of practicality, he'd ride a Kawasaki KLR 650. This is the cockroach of motorcycles, and I mean that as the highest compliment. If the world ends tomorrow, the KLR 650 won't just survive. It'll offer you a ride to the next wasteland. Introduced in the late 80s and barely changed for decades, it's a glorious mix of ugly, tough, and wildly unkillable. It's not fast, it's not pretty, and the tech is about as cutting-edge as a VHS tape. But that's exactly why it works. No complicated electronics, no fragile nonsense, just a big thumper engine, a gas tank that doubles as a jacuzzi, and the kind of rugged charm that says, "We're crossing a desert, deal with it." The KLR 650 doesn't care about trends. It cares about getting you from A to B and then to Z through a sandstorm while hauling a goat. 9. Honda Super Cub. Behold, the Honda Super Cub, the Chuck Norris of motorcycles. It's not just a legend, it's a global icon with over 100 million units produced. That's not a typo. It's the most produced motor vehicle ever. Basically, if you've ever sat on two wheels in any country, chances are you've been near a Super Cub. This bike isn't just reliable, it's annoyingly indestructible. You could ride it into a volcano, and it'd emerge with a sunburn and a fresh attitude. Farmers, delivery drivers, city commuters, grandmas, and even monks have trusted the Super Cub to get them where they need to go. Why? Because it just doesn't break. Its small size, bulletproof semi-auto transmission, and fuel efficiency make it the people's champ. Honestly, if Moses descended today, that third stone tablet would probably say, "Thou shalt not doubt the Cub." It's not a bike, it's a way of life. 8. BMW R1200GS. Yes, a BMW on a reliability list. But hear me out before you spit out your coffee. The R1200GS isn't your typical high-maintenance diva. This is the bike that shows up in adventure documentaries covered in mud, bruises, and pride. Post-2004 models especially have proven that BMW can make a bike tougher than your uncle's flip phone. The Boxer engine, practically bulletproof. Shaft drive, low maintenance, electronics, surprisingly dependable, as long as you don't treat it like a submarine. It's the Swiss Army knife of adventure touring, built for dirt, pavement, rain, snow, and probably light alien invasions. And yes, the maintenance can be pricey, but you won't need it often. Think of it as the James Bond of motorcycles. Classy, capable, and can survive explosions. But maybe don't cheap out on the service. If you want one bike to go everywhere, do everything, and look smug while doing it, the R1200GS is your guy. R7. Honda CRF250L. The Honda CRF250L is what happens when Honda builds a bike using pure logic and a little bit of forest magic. It's the ultimate do-it-all dual sport that laughs in the face of maintenance schedules and keeps running even when you forget what an oil change is. Lightweight, fuel-injected, and built with Honda's signature "We don't break" DNA. This bike is perfect for city commutes, dirt trails, mountain climbs, and spontaneous detours into the wilderness. It's not about horsepower flexing, it's about consistency. Like your favorite hoodie, not flashy, but always there when you need it. Drop it? It shrugs. Abuse it off-road? It stretches and asks for more. The CRF250L is simple, honest, and ridiculously tough. It's the kind of bike that won't just take you on adventures. It'll wait patiently while you figure out where you're going, then lead the way like a two-wheeled Labrador with a GPS. Halfway through the list, which bike's your favorite so far? Comment below and subscribe now. 6. Suzuki DRZ 400S. The Suzuki DRZ 400S is like that one friend who owns only one pair of shoes because they work for everything. And somehow, they're right. This bike has been around since the early 2000s, and it's barely changed because it didn't need to. Suzuki got it right the first time. It's the perfect mix of dirt bike agility and street-legal practicality, with a reliable 398 cubic centimeter thumper engine that sounds like it gargles gravel and coffee for breakfast. No fancy electronics, no fragile nonsense, just a rugged frame, bulletproof motor, and enough torque to climb a tree. Please don't try that. Mechanics love it because it's simple. Riders love it because it's fun. And YouTubers love it because it'll survive whatever stunt they definitely shouldn't be filming. Whether you're trail hopping or lane splitting, the DRZ 400S won't flinch. It's the duct tape of motorcycles, ugly, versatile, and always there when you need it. 5. Yamaha XT500. The Yamaha XT500 is pure 1970s stubbornness wrapped in steel and fueled by spite. It doesn't care about trends, fuel injection, or your fancy traction control. It's just here to kickstart and conquer. This thumping legend roared onto the scene in 1976 and quickly earned its stripes by doing one thing incredibly well: refusing to die. It's a big single-cylinder four-stroke that sounds like a sledgehammer in a washing machine and pulls like an ox with anger issues. Simple, air-cooled, carbureted. The XT500 is what your granddad rode through jungles, deserts, and probably a small war. And don't be fooled by its age. These bikes are still running strong around the world, especially in places where paved roads are considered a luxury. The XT500 is not just reliable, it's a mechanical mule with the heart of a lion and the fashion sense of a steel-toed boot. Absolute legend. Number 4. Honda CB750. The Honda CB750 didn't just raise the bar, it karate kicked it into orbit. When it launched in 1969, it was the motorcycle world's equivalent of dropping a mixtape that instantly went platinum. 4 cylinders, disc brakes, electric start. People thought Honda had lost its mind. Turns out, they'd just redefined the entire industry. This bike was so ahead of its time, even time needed a minute to catch up. And the best part? It wasn't just revolutionary, it was bulletproof. Riders thrashed them, raced them, toured on them, and yet the CB750 just kept humming like a Zen monk on two wheels. It became the superbike blueprint, and to this day, you can find CB750s still running strong, often with the original engine and a few oil changes worth of love. If motorcycles had a Mount Rushmore, the CB750 would be front and center, probably smoking a cigar and still not leaking oil. 3. Kawasaki Ninja 250R. The Kawasaki Ninja 250R is the bike that taught half the world how to ride, and the other half how to drop a bike without crying. It's the ultimate beginner's ninja. Light, forgiving, and tougher than a hangover at a kid's birthday party. This little screamer might not be winning MotoGP races, but it'll absolutely win at life. Its 248 cubic centimeter twin-cylinder engine is smooth, rev-happy, and practically unkillable. Drop it. No problem. Forget a service interval? It'll still start. Ride it like you stole it? It'll just ask, "Is that all you got?" It's cheap to buy, cheaper to run, and has the kind of reliability that makes you question why anyone would need a bigger bike. Mechanics love it, commuters swear by it, and riders who've upgraded still get misty-eyed talking about it. The Ninja 250R is the two-wheeled version of that high school teacher who changed your life. Dependable, low-key, and unforgettable. Number 2. Yamaha FZ6. Before Yamaha went all dark and mysterious with the MT series, there was the FZ6, the dependable, underrated older sibling who quietly aced every subject and still had time to help you move house on the weekend. Powered by a detuned R6 engine, the FZ6 had just the right balance of performance and practicality. It's sporty enough to put a grin on your face, but refined enough to take you to work without trying to kill you. And the best part? This thing is stupidly reliable. We're talking change the oil and forget about it. Levels of reliable. It's the kind of bike you can daily ride, tour on, or canyon carve, all without emptying your wallet or seeing the inside of a repair shop. The FZ6 might not turn heads, but it will win hearts. Quietly competent, secretly fast, and built like a rock. This is Yamaha at its sensible best. Number 1. Honda CB500 series, especially CB500X. At the top of the reliability food chain sits the Honda CB500 series, particularly the CB500X, aka the Swiss Army knife of motorcycles. It's not flashy, it doesn't boast big numbers, and it won't win drag races. But it will show up, do the job, and outlast your will to commute. Powered by Honda's rock-solid 471 cubic centimeter parallel twin, the CB500 lineup is smooth, efficient, and engineered with the kind of meticulous care usually reserved for spacecraft. The CB500X adds adventure-ready suspension and ergonomics, making it the go-to for riders who want one bike to do it all, and do it without complaint. Maintenance is easy, parts are cheap, and problems are practically non-existent. It's the kind of motorcycle that just works, every single time. Like a golden retriever in bike form, loyal, capable, and always happy to go for a ride. If reliability had a mascot, it'd be wearing a CB500 badge. And there you have it. 12 motorcycles so reliable, they probably tuck themselves in at night and whisper, "You've got this," to your spark plugs. Whether you're commuting, touring, or just trying to impress your neighbor's cat, these bikes have proven they can take a beating and keep on brapping. Got a ride that should have made the list? Drop it in the comments. Unless it's your cousin's unreliable cafe racer, then maybe. Don't. If you laughed, learned something, or just enjoyed the journey, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world of two wheels. Until next time, ride safe, ride smart, and remember, the best maintenance plan is still don't crash. Peace out.